who the thugs are. And as I said, these thugs pride themselves in their thuggery. Even while they were still in the bush, you hear them share stories. They would raid banks and steal money. They would raid fuel stations, steal fuel. They would raid gardens, steal food, steal guns, and so on. These are the thieves that we are dealing with. But there's also an element of jealousy, because the things that God has enabled us to do as a party in 4 to 5 years, they have struggled to do them for 40 years. In 2015, NRM leaders held a fundraising event, and they called all these business people in town, whom they forced to give them money, otherwise they will close down their businesses. And they collected 16 billion shillings to build headquarters for the NRM with 27 stories. We are now in 2015, 20 years later. There's not even a foundation, because they stole that money. They are thieves. And so they are jealous. They feel bad when they see the things that God has enabled us to do. So comrades, let's be strong, because we are on the right side of history. I want to appeal to colleagues who are in the NRM. I did hear they had an NRM caucus, sat and said they're going to amend the UPDF Act so that it becomes properly legal within that law for civilians to be tried within the General Court Martial and for military persons. And by the way, military persons were the biggest beneficiaries of the Supreme Court ruling, because they have been hounded and persecuted all this while. My appeal to these colleagues is, number one, observe the law. Because Article 92 of our Constitution does not allow that you change a law to try and defeat or alter a court decision. But even more important than the legalese, our colleagues in the NRM need to know that they are not safe either. They are not. They like to think they are safe. They are not. And there are numerous examples to use. Amama Mbabazi, Kale Kayihura, and others who were part of the inner sanctum of the regime, but they were hounded and persecuted. So you who joined the NRM in 2020 and you became an NRM MP of some constituency, people don't even know you because we are too many in parliament. You don't even talk in parliament, and you think you're safe. You're not safe. So our hope is that they will be wise about this issue. Finally, Mr. President, we still demand for the release of our comrades. The Supreme Court was clear. Civilians who were locked up by the General Court Martial have no place under the military courts. Either they should be freed, or if the DPP thinks there are any matters to pursue, take them to civilian courts. And we are glad that has happened for our elder, Dr. Kiza Besigye or Ben Lutale. We are demanding for the same for Aaron Kiza, for Machete, for Kalanzi, for Bobby Young, and all the others. Either free them, or if you have any matter against them, the civilian courts are waiting for them. That's a demand that we shall not stop to pursue. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please do allow me to allow us to invite His Excellency the President.